bro. Like,
Wait, you have to be chocolate to play Blade?
Yeah, Blade is a dark skinned man. He's a dark skinned fella, bro. But
midnight. Michael B. Jordan has color though. He's not necessarily light skinned.
True.
But he's darker than you.
Yeah, he's way darker than me. Yeah.
So what we doing? You a colorist? You a colorist? I got to tell you, man. I really don't want to hear nothing about people that are complaining about Michael B. Jordan potentially playing Blade in the Blade movie. If Robert Downey Jr. could play Doom, he's earned it. Michael B. Jordan has earned it. Who's the best? Who's the hottest black actor in Hollywood? It was Jonathan Majors, but his brother.
It's Michael. Well, it's been Michael.
It's
B.
Michael B.
It's been Michael B. before Jonathan.
No. Jonathan Majors surpassed Michael B. in hotness for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Well,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors was hot.
Didn't Michael?
Yes.
Michael was up. Michael been doing. He was hot when he was doing. When he did Creed. When he did not per se Fruitvale Station, but as soon as he hit the Creed, bro, he was up there.
That's true.
Killmonger really put his level up there completely.
Jonathan Majors was in Creed 3.
Shout out to Michael for doing that.
Jonathan Majors was in. He was in the MCU. He was gonna be Kang. He was
in
all these
Kang
movies.
Was trash,
people were giving him critical acclaim for. He was hot.
Yeah. MBJ was in the MCU.
Yeah, but Michael was already hot.
Michael B. Jordan has more of a career because
he's a movie star.
Yeah.
He's
But Michael B. Are we gonna pretend that for this fool Jonathan Majors was not hot?
You mean hot,
he was Hollywood hot? Like he's getting every role. Everyone's praising him. He's the next thing up. He's like
he did Third Girl Marshall. Michael B. He been doing shit, bro. He was. Jonathan Majors is not on Michael B.'s level. He wasn't even close still. And this almost had him.
Yeah, that's fine. But who's the hottest one in Hollywood right now?
It's Michael.
It's Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you want the hottest black actor to play Blade and put some respect on his name?
I want him to go to DC. That's why I'm keeping a buck, and I'm doing my bias shit.
I like that
Give me
idea.
DC. I'd rather give him to go to DC.
So if you guys don't know, Ryan Coogler's Sinners is a smash breakout hit. And it's doing well in the box office. We'll talk about that.
You were wrong, Keon.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
We're going to talk about that later as far as the box office goes. But as far as this, Ryan Coogler's smoking, bro. He's smoking hot in Hollywood. People looking at him now, you know what I'm saying? And to know that he was the MCU guy that did Wakanda Forever, like under Feige and Disney, he still thrived with the first Black Panther, but not so much with Wakanda. But Blade's going through a nightmare. It's a nightmare situation with Blade. It's People gave up on it. I gave up on it a long time ago because I believe that Mahershala Ali should have walked away from the project when he had he could have had more pride when he walked away as well. We would have been proud of him if you get my drift. Because when when Jonathan Majors was going through his scandal with Disney and the way that Disney treated Jonathan Majors and how terrible and fast and quick they were to get rid of him, their number one villain for the next two phases of the MCU, was shocking and sad. So even though that Mahershala Ali was going through script issues himself, that was even more of a reason for him to leave. But he didn't. He hung on and hung on and hung on and voiced some frustration silently, and leaks got out, and eventually the film just collapsed. And Blade 3 is it's not gonna happen. Like, we're far from that even.
Blade 3 or just a wrap.
Blade. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Blade 4. It would be Blade 4. I'm sorry. It would be
like Blade
before
3?
Blade.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I forgot about Trinity. I never seen.
They
Blade
don't
3.
exist.
I never seen Blade 3. That's why this is gonna be my Blade 3. So Blade 4.
I didn't want Mahershala to be Blade, to be honest though. Like, he didn't, looks the part. He doesn't see it. I mean, I feel like I know that Mahershala is a really good actor. I know he has great acting chops. However, he doesn't look like he'll be a good Blade to me at all. And I feel like he is more cinema, like movies. You know what I'm saying? Like actual movies compared to DC or Marvel. Like, he did a good job in Luke Cage, as Cottonmouth. However, being Blade, taking that role, I couldn't see it. I mean, I feel like
more than capable of being Blade. Yeah. What in his career makes you say this?
He's more like drama-based acting, more serious, not more of the gore type with Blade. Like with Wesley Snipes, he could do it all. From it. I just couldn't see him doing that. I just see more of drama based with Mahershala Ali.
So he's not an action actor.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, he was a little older, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, Michael B's considerably younger. But a a lot of people have been saying, man, freak, since Ryan Coogler doing all well over here, and dang, look at his talents. Look at those black people that they did. You know what I'm saying? What about, could he do Blade? And my response is this: no, absolutely not. Ryan, if I'm giving you advice, if you know what I'm saying, if you see the way that they handled the Blade project, you're a man that is aware of his blackness and is aware of the blackness in the industry and is aware of studio executives showing love to directors. In fact, you struck a very amazing deal with Warner Brothers, and there's video talking about it. So let's go ahead and pull up that video where they're talking about the Sinners deal and how groundbreaking that is for black directors.
And talk about what you negotiated in making Sinners, the arrangement you had with Warner Brothers. The New York Times reports Warner Brothers agreed to spend $90 million to make Sinners and agreed to give you a cut of gross ticket sales, now rare arrangement known as first dollar gross, meaning before they recoup their costs, you're getting money as well. Warner also agreed, and this is absolutely key, to relinquish its ownership of the film to you after 25 years. The Times reports, quote, some rival film companies were horrified that Warner Brothers would give a film away even after a period of time. Talk about these key components of your contract and why this was so critical for you, Ryan Coogler.
That's a great question. I mean, what I will do is I'll maybe add some context.
I can't get over the hood shit, bro. Hey, that's a good question, Amy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question, Amy.
When I was on the block back in the 90s and shit, you know what I'm saying? We were doing our thing. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to give you 50%. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 80. You know what I'm saying? So I really kept that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Not to get ran over on stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? I came to Warner Brothers. I said, what's up with the Warner Brothers? And I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that after like 20. I wanted 20 years, but Warner Brothers was like, nah, I can't do that. I was like, all right, give me 25. Let me get a quota. It was like, all right. So I was like, cool. So that's how it went down. So you know what I'm saying? Call that a W.
I'm not the first filmmaker to get any of these deals. You know, and Warner Brothers is not the first studio to provide these deals to a filmmaker. You know, so like I think that,
and that's key. It's the first. I believe it's the first time they've given some type of deal like this to a black filmmaker. That's why Hollywood's making a big fuss about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe. Wow. Why is it an issue when a black filmmaker is getting a deal like this? When the white filmmakers, the Nolans, the Tarantinos, and the Scorseses have been getting it for the longest, for the longest time.
Change is coming. That's why, and they scared.
A change gonna come.
They scared. They don't want them problems. Fuck. They gonna bring their other friends over here. It might be a better one. It's
gonna be a slew of niggas in the industry.
We about to get pushed out.
That's a problem.
Oh shit. Nope. No niggas.
I think that a lot has been made of my deal in particular. I'm not totally sure why. You know, I have my guesses.
Come on, Ryan.
But I've been in the industry long enough to know what kind of deals are possible, and nothing about this deal is a new thing. You know
how it works.
What's your guesses, Ryan?
It is not a I'd rather not say.
You trying to keep
no, keep that shit a book. Hey, Ryan, hey, keep it a stack, my nigga. We know what's up. We know what's up. Hey, I try to tell y'all, Ryan Coogler knows how to play the game. He was playing the game in Sinners. The inclusiveness of adding the whites belong there, the Asians in there, the Asian culture.
Yeah.
He wants to play the game like in Wakanda Forever. He brought in the God. He brought the Mexicans, Latinos, Aztecs into the black movie, to be inclusive at his detriment. But that's the type of director he wants to. He don't want to be the black hood director, dude. He wants to be the director who's black, who also is inclusive in playing the game.
Yeah.
And he knows good and dang well. He knows it's because of racism, but he won't say it.
But you know, like the attention on what's happening with this project. You know, outside of it as as a piece of art and as a piece of commerce has been very interesting, you know. But for me, you know, this film was very important to me. As a writer director, I've made over $2 billion at the global box office.
Say it again.
I'm not yet 40 years old.
Say it again, homie. He's not even 40.
$2
He said I'm not 40 and I made $2 billion. Who did he made the $2 billion with?
Marvel.
Black Panther made 1.3. Wakanda Forever made 700 million. Add that, you're over 2 billion.
Marvel, yeah.
But why is it that he's getting this type of deal, not with the company he gave 2 billion, but he's getting it with WB?
Because Marvel don't give a fuck. They don't want to give more to the white man than to the black man anyway. They want to basically claim everything that you got compared to giving you that opportunity to say like, all right, this is yours. But Warner Brothers is more exclusive. Like, we'll let you have what you want to do. We'll allow you to do more here.
Flash, why isn't Disney giving him this type of deal? Why does he got to go to Team Warner Brothers, the actual filmmaker studio, to get this type of love?
That's because the WB really loved the black people. That's the
But wait, Disney is the fake woke agenda. We love all races company, not Warner Brothers. Disney is the most agenda filled company in the world. At least that's what they say, and that's what people believe.
that the first time you put the right word in there, fake.
Fake woke. Disney is not really woke. I'm woke. I got a third eye right here. It's invisible because you can only see it if you woke. Ain't nothing wrong with being woke. I've been proudly woke since for like 12 years of my life, bro. Being woke is awesome. And it's mostly reserved for black people or whites or Asians who have experienced blackness or the black culture or knows what time it is like that. That's what this is here. Disney's not really woke. They want to appear to be inclusive. That's the true game we playing. So do I want Ryan Coogler to go back to Disney to give that fake woke machine more money? No, stick with Warner Brothers and freak motherfucking do your Black Panther 3. Like, you know, it has to be done. You got Denzel for it. Go back, do Black Panther 3, and then wash your hands of Disney for good.
Yep.
We seen how they treated the black directors.
Yeah.
They treated you this way, Ryan.
Yep.
They took VFX artists and materials and money from your film because they didn't believe the Black Panther movie would make bread, and they sent them over to Infinity War, directed by the Russo brothers.
Yep. And they were shocked that it made $1 billion. They was like, they was not expecting for Black Panther to do well.
No,
at
they were
all.
not.
They thought that shit was going to flop. They thought this was going to be a Captain Marvel movie and flop. They probably had to put money into like, oh, we gave this black dude a chance. He ain't what it is. We gonna get a white director to do something else.
Yeah.
But when he made $1 billion and all those black people that came out,
Shane, come back. Don't leave. We're not racist. Come back, Shane. Hear us out. Don't do that. Don't be a sheep. Don't be a sheep. He's hearing what he said. He thinks we're racist.
we're not.
We love everybody.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
we're
Don't
not
do
racist,
that.
bro.
You're a politic. Don't be a politic. Don't let your political emotions influence you. Hear us out. Hear us out. Don't run and leave. Have a dialogue. Let's have a dialogue. He should not contribute his talents to Disney because look what they did to Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Where's Blade? In the hole. Look what they did to Jonathan Majors. He ran away from a white woman, got fired.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look what they're doing to Shannon Sharp. That is also Disney. ESPN is owned by Disney.
Yep.
Look at what they did to him, Ryan, for Black Panther 1. Absolutely not. You shouldn't go back there. Fulfill your Black Panther 3 because it needs to be done and then be done. That's it. Ryan, he knows what time it is, bro.
He knows what time. You
This
heard
dude
him.
is tight, bro.
Yeah, that's
don't
why
wanna
he's
say
biting
it.
his tongue. That's what he said. I ain't gonna say too much now. I need my money. I gotta
I
feed
don't
my
wanna say
family.
it.
You know, what's happening
Yeah.
with this project, you know, outside of it as a piece of art and as a piece of commerce has been very interesting, you know. But for me, you know, this film was very important to me. As a writer director, I've made over $2 billion at the global box office. I'm not yet 40 years old. It's taken a lot of time, commitment, energy, and I've missed out on a lot of things in my life. Making films that will always be owned by other people. for this one because it was so personal, and because I had the ability to negotiate. You know, I asked for a few things that were very important to me for this project. You know, and for what it was about and what it meant to me and my family. And thankfully, you know, I was able to get those things I was asking for from one.
There it is. Warner Brothers gave it to him. So no, I don't want to see this man go back to Disney to give them any more money because Disney historically is racist.
Come to DC, bro. We'll show you some love.
Y'all remember the Three Crows and the Walt Disney not liking the Jews and the black?
yeah.
Yeah, we understand like their history is one of racism and sexuality and deviancy. But you know, people can change. The companies don't.
Because the hands are still being passed. It's still being passed down to the bad people.
Correct, correct. So yeah, bro, absolutely not. Freak that. I'd rather him do more original things. But if he's gonna do something superhero related, shoot. If this freaking Green Lantern TV show pops off, I want him to be directing the Green Lantern movie.
Shit, it's a lot of DC black heroes that we still haven't seen, so pull them out.
But Green Lantern's the most popular. You know what I'm saying?
Green Lantern is.
You don't want to do it. Yeah.
Even Hawkgirl, Hawkman.
That's what we need. We need something like that. Static Shock.
You're trying to get the court. You're trying to get
Justice League character. You feel me? Yeah, John Stewart,
Get
bro.
the 7. Get the 7. Get the 7 together. All right.
So since you're already with DC and DC's with Warner Brothers, you know it's a good fit. But if he never does a DC movie, I'll be okay with that too, just as long as he still continues to win, thrive, make quality film.
He gonna replace Pierre and Michael B. Jordan gonna be Green Lantern.
Hey, if you don't think Disney is fake woke, if you think that I'm racist, if you think anything that was said here was wrong, I got a phone number for you to call. Call and talk to me then. Ryan shouldn't play no director on nothing Marvel related that's not Black Panther 3 because he has to do it, I feel. If you think there's racism like the last guy who said, later dudes, being a beta. 323-801-8059. The line is actually open right now. Make sure it is open.
For those people.
The line's open. Go ahead and talk to me. I don't think Ryan should be Disney, Marvel, nothing. He needs to stay with Warner Brothers. Let's go for the first caller. Caller, you live.
What's
talk
up,
to
dude?
us.
What's up? This is Dallas.
It's Dallas?
Yes. What's up?
I thought this
What's
was
up?
Darius.
Yeah, it sounds
With
like
two
Darius.
R's.
No, this is Dallas.
Dallas? What's up, Dallas?
Good, Dallas.
What's up? Hey, I think he should do the Blade movie, but at Jonathan Majors.
Wouldn't your name be Dalius if you're taking your 2 L's?
Bro.
I'm sorry, what?
Since you're Darius with 2 R's, last time you called in, you took 2 L's. So shouldn't your name be Dalius?
He said he's not Darius.
He said his name is Dallas.
But that's Darius.
We know that's Darius.
I don't know that's him. He said his name is Dallas.
Does he understand that his voice is incredibly
yeah, bro, like-
acknowledgeable? You can recognize that shit from an audio building away.
Bro, we can hit
A
your
long
ass with
one.
a shot, bro. Is this the person that shot you? That's him, Your Honor.
Darius, why are you calling in to pretend to be something else?
I'm sorry, this is Dallas, not Darius. I don't know.
For sure.
All right, Dallas, what's up, man? What was your take again? I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody named Darius who's called in before. I apologize, bro.
Yeah, you saying that the main reason why you put the Asians in the movie is because it's historically correct, like how they like own grocery stores and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have no issue with that. I have no issue with him putting the Asians in the movie. The problem for me was having him get in tune with the Asian ancestors, and then Asian ancestors started to dance geishas and the dragon and the ninja and the warrior. They were coming out to black music.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
That's out.
That was wild. That was wild. he's right about that. I did not like that either. That was wild.
You can't play African music and then invoke the Asian ancestors.
The dancers. And the,
I believe he did that because they was there, but if they wasn't there, you know.
I know why he
anyways,
did
I
that.
think-
He did that because he was being inclusive.
I looked at it differently. I just looked at it as, you know, music transcends the spirituality, all that other stuff.
But not
Yeah, I
African
get it,
music. African music ties to ancestors of the same culture. African music doesn't bring out the ancestors of the samurai warrior that don't like niggas anyway.
I mean, I took it differently, but I get.
No. You could say
Right.
you took it as differently because D-Man of the Cinema Chop Shop did as well. We had an argument in our group text. He said the same thing you saying, but both of y'all are wrong.
Okay. I mean, I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I took it as different.
Oh, I know I'm right. Here's the difference. I know I'm right and I know you're wrong. This is an opinion. African
Okay.
culture doesn't invoke the ancestors of Asians. They're two different cultures.
Okay. No, that's what I was saying. I was saying they only reason they did that because they were there. That's the only thing I was saying.
I
I'm
know,
not
but
saying
yeah,
you're
they
wrong
were.
about it.
Yes, they were there.
they
There
should've
was.
changed the music.
You know what else was there? There was white folks around.
There
Why
was
didn't that?
white-
Why didn't the white ancestors come out?
We know why.
There's no white folks.
What?
There was no before the vampires came. There's no white folks.
So are you saying that if there were white folks dancing with the Asians, there would be no white ancestors coming out?
No. I said there was no. The only really white folks is like the vampires and the KKK that we saw.
No, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
Bill
about.
Cosby.
I'm thinking about the scene.
The white
And there
girl-
was the white girl was there.
The white girl was there. She
The white
said-
girl was
even
there.
though she said that her family was.
Yeah,
her daddy,
no, the white girl
yeah,
was there.
yeah.
Where were the white ancestors coming out?
Yeah, because she was dancing.
When
with-
she was dancing when he was doing that, oh, and
Yeah.
all the ancestors. The white girl was there. Where were the hillbillies and the
Yeah.
Europeans and the pilgrims?
Technically, she's half black, so she's part black. So
In the movie, she white. I'm not talking about the actress. I'm not talking about her great grandfather.
in the movie, they said she was black. She was half black, some shit like that.
No, I don't remember that at all.
They said that.
They said that she was
They did.
half black.
Yeah, she said that. She said that. They had told her why she get here, and she was like, "I'm half black. Like I'm about to be out here with y'all."
I don't remember hearing that. We have to fact check that. But let's take that as a fact. Let's say she's half black. What about the white half? Shouldn't she have invoked the white ancestors?
Yeah, they all should have came out. That's the case.
I guess.
Hey, what's that one drop rule? It's that one drop rule. So hey,
Huh? So Darius,
It's that
why
one.
didn't the white ancestors come out?
they don't fuck with niggas no way.
But Asians do.
Dallas, no. It's Dallas.
But Asians do.
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
This is
my
exactly
God.
why that's why I cook D-Man with the same logic, and I'm cooking you. It was to be inclusive. That's what you will. So long as common sense is followed, you will
Common
always
sense ain't
end up
common.
in the right place.
I'm sense ain't always.
Yeah.
But
Okay. What
you
else?
said about the Blade, but the Blade movie, I think he can, if he just write it, and then if he does decide to do a Blade movie, I think he'll have to get Jonathan Majors to be Blade and not Mahershala Ali.
But that's Marvel. You got to remember that. They already fired Majors.
I mean, yeah, if we just taking out all the antics stuff, I think that would be a perfect choice. But if he's decided to do DC, he needs to do Jon Stewart or like an Icon.
I said
Icon
no to
movie?
Icon because he's not known. He's not popular.
Yeah, we had to learn a lot
That's
about.
not-
You had
yeah.
to tell a whole story about him to
Yeah.
learn about him.
Yeah.
Well,
He's-
well, neither was Black Panther though.
No, Black Panther was definitely.
yeah.
He was the popular black hero after Jon Stewart.
No, I had Storm. I thought it was Storm and Blade before that.
I'm
But we
thinking
talking about males.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Talking about man.
We just
Okay,
didn't know
then
too much
Blade,
about
but
Black
I got
Panther though
you.
at that time.
Yeah. So so
But
that's
yeah.
that. I say no. No writing, no producing, no nothing. He needs to take his talents where they're appreciated. Warner Brothers showed him great appreciation.
Right.
Disney
Right.
did kind of the opposite. I have a inkling belief that I cannot prove. This is complete hearsay. I believe Disney
Yeah.
influenced Coogler to put the Mexicans in the movie. and
I believe
he
that.
conformed.
yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely
believe
did. They definitely did.
Check
Okay,
that box.
then. It was
They gotta
like,
check
what's
that
that
box.
There it is. Now,
What's that
now what
one-
is it? What does that mean if I'm Ryan Coogler? How do I feel about that? If Feige says, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if you like brought the Atlanteans, like because Namor, you're gonna do Namor. Let's make him not Atlantean. Like let's make him Hispanic, and then like make half the movie that way." I don't know about that,
Hey, what's
Feige.
that female producer that got fired? She was like the Kathleen Kennedy on Marvel. You know what I'm talking about? Victoria.
Alonzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her idea.
And I will say this, because Keon said he has no backbone, he don't have a spine. He is not is if you're black and you come out and rage against the machine, you're instantly gonna be labeled the angry black guy.
Demonized. They're gonna demonize you.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're toxic.
Right.
You're you know the type of
You
stuff
can't
that
work with. You're.
It's like if you're black, you can't get angry.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know what you go through, but you could be light skinned with green eyes and all.
Hey, people still talk to me like in Spanish, bro. Full blown
Yeah.
Spanish come out their mouth. Like, I don't know.
You get that? I get that.
I have one more question. for
It's
Jody.
uncomfortable. How you doing that? I'm like the Mexican in Men in Black. I'm like the Mexican in Men in Black when Tommy Lee Jones was in the. You don't understand a word I'm saying, do you? But no. Dallas is your name, right? You said Dallas. I don't think that he should do anything
Yeah.
for Disney. Do
Right.
Black Panther 3. Move on.
I would get out of Disney due
Yeah.
to Black Panther.
But do you think Warner Bros. Would treat him like the Nolan treatment? How they did Nolan? Or no?
That wasn't a Warner Brothers thing. That was an AT&T thing. Jason Kilar is a telecommunications executive who don't know shit about film, who came in and Ron gave me 3,000, my nigga. Yeah, you hear that score? That's a DC Warner Brothers score, my nigga. Yes! Shout out to my guy Ron for dropping 100 on your boy. Ron 3K, member of the $1,000 club with the freaking Deathstroke mask right below Ryder Rock Lee. Yeah, that shit. Shout out to my guy, bro. And I know you're Darius. Stop playing with me. I know you, Darius.
I thought you was about to do that dumbass.
Hey,
shit,
Darius,
bro.
why don't you just come out and admit who you are?
With 2 R's.
It's Dallas.
I cooked him so bad he changed his name.
Bro.
Keon, that's how you handle a motherfucker on the phone. That's how you handle him.
Nah. Not for real. This is Dallas. I don't know who Darius is, but no.
All right, for sure. All right, just Dallas. You seem pretty cool, Dallas. I like you, bro. Let me see. Ron said, "Where knock at?" I missed last stream. Love y'all. Just showing support.
Competition.
Nah, he was here. He was here Wednesday, and he was talking about you. He said, "Where that Knock was like, where that fool at?" He was looking for you, dog.
He dropped too. Yeah.
With love,
Yeah.
with love. Darius, Dallas, thanks for calling in, bro. I greatly appreciate you. Keep calling. You got the number, bro. It's all good. What's up? What are you live with Jody Joe? Talk to me.
Yo, what up, Jody? Flanye from New Jersey. What's good?
What's
up,
up
bro?
with it, bro? What's up with it? Hey, I don't think Ryan Coogler needs to do anything Disney related. Ryan Coogler knows how hard it is out here for a black director. Freak Disney, freak Marvel, Warner Brothers gang.
Bro, yeah, and I agree with you. I think he needs to, put his, eggs in one basket, go over to Warner Brothers and do his thing. You feel me?
Shoot.
Marvel isn't that good at all. Like, I don't know what
That's
Marvel
facts.
is doing,
That's facts.
but like you saw what happened with James Gunn, bro. You saw what happened with James Gunn. You know what they did to him, and now he's over at Warner Brothers doing his thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Come on. Now.
I
They
agree.
still allowed him to do more movie.
Yeah,
Getting
there's
dark
a lot
up in this
more movies and
motherfucker.
everything.
Somebody donating bread, bro, because the lights. This Jody's Corner is the place where you're donate.
Or is that some? Or is
Is it 4?
go check?
Nah, because he would change it green. He always changes it green. Nah, it ain't 4. Somebody showing love like a motherfucker up in here, bro. Whether your donations help affect the stream, as you guys know. But yeah, I'm glad that you agree, bro, because, you know, if we both like and want the best for Ryan, I don't think it's at Disney, bro. We've seen the past, and we're looking to the future now.
But Jody, my question to you is, my brother, right? What project should he get into when it comes to the DC universe? What do you think he should do? All right, besides Jon Stewart, all right. What other projects should he do, man? Because the guy's actually talented. What
besides Jon Stewart, something original, something completely original, another
something
idea.
Original.
And I would say this. I don't want, to be honest, I don't want a Sinners 2. You need to just make something
do something
new.
different. Do something else. Do something else. Because the story, I feel like Sinner's story is already done. Let's do something else. Like I don't want the sequel from all that because it is stuff that's missing in that movie, but it told the story already and it's done. Give me something else, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. So just something that's unique, bro. Let him surprise us like he did with Sinners.
All right, but how about like superheroes? Any superheroes like he should get into, or any like DC? Like,
I said the Green. You said not Green Lantern.
Stewart,
you said besides Jon Stewart.
Besides Jon Stewart. Yeah. What other superheroes, bro? Like I know you got something, bro. Like I know you got something.
All right, so I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out. What you got?
Wally West.
Like
Flash?
No.
Yeah.
Nah, that's very meta.
He can do it, bro.
Wally meta. He can do it.
The black one.
Batwing.
Who?
You should do a Mr.
Batwing?
Yeah, that's the black Batman.
Nah. Freak that.
No. I mean,
I'm gonna say, hey, you know what, dog? I'll say. Oh, that's my girl, Nada Does. I knew it was coming. Nada. Yeah. The Georgia Peach. Can we please get peaches in the chat for the Georgia-born Southern yam having big booty swinging amazing woman that is not a done? Peaches in the chat. Peaches. That's what I'm talking about for sure. And she missed my fog machine works. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Team Sus, my nigga.
No.
Look at them peaches.
Team No Sus.
Yeah, look at them peaches. That's what I'm talking about. The J. Oh. He did the sheep.
He did. He did. It would have been funny if he did it when you turn around, though.
I gotta get a zoom button so I can freaking zoom in when that shit happens, bro.
Funny, bro.
God dang. Nada, thank you so much, love. Wow. Nada says what? Nothing. She just dropped a hundo like that. And there's Knock Shadow. Oh, frick. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. If you speak up the devil and he appears, we will need it. Bro, this motherfucker. Hey, Knock Shadow. Speak up the devil. He shall appear. Shout out to all this shit raining down on